everyone, it's Lara. So today I'm going to be sharing with you an update with my Painters Bingo project. This project was created by Kana and we are playing bingo. So I had a printout of the board I was using, but I cannot for the life of me find it. I think I must have left it in Japan. I thought I had folded it and put it in my project panning book, but it is not in here. So whatever, I just made this new one. So I'm just going to be using this. So I'm just going to go in order of the letters and numbers. So the first one I have that's been called is I-27, and that is something spooky. So for that, I was working on the KVD Beauty liquid lipstick in the shade Malice. It is this kind of orangey red shade. And so far I have used it a total of 7 times. So not that many. Can't really see any progress. There's no windowing or anything. So no, only 7 uses so far. So the next one we have is N38, and that's a mini. And for that I was working on this Bare Minerals bronzer in Warmth. This is what it's looking like. To be honest, I haven't really been using it. I used to use it as an eyeshadow, like a transition shade, but I don't really feel like it looks any different than last time. And the next space I have is the free space. And if you notice on my board, it's colored in, which means I finished that one. So this one was a perfume sample from Harvey prints. I don't have the empty to show you because I didn't want to bring empties with me from America to Japan. I could barely even fit most of my stuff in my suitcase, so wasn't about to bring garbage with me. But anyway, that one is finished, which I'm very happy about. My first empty in this project. Okay, next prompt is G53, and that's least favorite color. For that I chose this Urban Decay palette because the lime green's not really my favorite. And I was working on this shade, well, I was supposed to be working on this shade Anonymous, but I haven't used it. I haven't even used it one time in this project. So yeah, it's just really not in a place that's kind of lined up for a potential bingo, at least not yet, so haven't really felt a sense of urgency to use that one. Okay, next prompt we have is O61, and that is something magical. And for that I was working on this Victoria's Secret body spray in Love Spell Night. So these are my marks. I did use this a few times and it is slightly below the mark, like the last mark I made. I don't know if you can see. It's hard to tell. It's slightly below, but I don't think I'll be making a mark because it's really just right under the previous mark. And the last prompt I have is O74, and that's a favorite show. And for that I was working on this Christmas in New York palette because my favorite show is I Love Lucy. Lucy and Ricky live in New York. Also, there's an episode where Lucy and Ethel and Ricky and Fred kind of swap roles. The ladies go out to work, the men are the homemakers, and Lucy and Ethel go to a chocolate shop for a potential job. So I chose the shade Chocoholic, and I've used this shade 5 times, but it literally does not look like I even used it. There's maybe the slightest disturbance on the top, but this shade is very firmly packed. Also, this shade is not very pigmented. It does not really show up that well. It's very light. I'm actually wearing it today as a transition shade, but I put kind of like a dusty purple shade over it. Let me see. So I swatched it right here, and I guess you can kind of see it. The lighting in this room is really bad, but I guess you can kind of see it on a swatch, but once you blend it in your crease or transition area, like, it just kind of blends away. It's just very light, but whatever. It's fine. So my goal is to hit pan on this shade. I feel like that's going to take me a very long time, but that's okay, I guess. Okay, so those are all the prompts I have that have been called. Unfortunately, this past round of numbers called, I didn't get any. So I don't have any new prompts to roll in officially, but because I have a really good setup here for potential bingo, like I already finished the free space, I have 3 in this diagonal. I'm gonna roll in the 2 missing ones just to kind of get a jump on those, and hopefully they'll be called soon. So for B11 is your favorite season, and my favorite season is summer. I love summer. Summer vacation, good weather, outdoor activities. I'm all about that. So for that, I decided to roll in this Supergoop sunscreen, unseen sunscreen, because yeah, when I think of summer, I think of going out by the pool and putting on sunscreen. I mean, I know you're supposed to wear sunscreen all year round, not just in the summer, but I figured this would be a good opportunity to try and get me in the habit of wearing sunscreen all year round, because I don't, which I know is probably not good. So I'm gonna try and get going with that. So this is for the prompt B11 favorite season. And then the other one I have in that diagonal that hasn't been called yet is G55, which is something you use for an alternative purpose. And for that, I decided to go back to this Chocolate Shop palette, and I'm going to roll in this highlighter, Inner Light. I don't like bronzing and highlighting, so most of the time if I do have a highlighter or a bronzer in my collection, I just use it as an eyeshadow. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this as an eyeshadow, and my goal is to hit pan on that. I don't even think, okay, it's never been used. It's completely brand new, never touched. So hopefully I can hit pan on that. Okay, so I think that is everything. I'm really hoping next round of numbers I can get some that are on my board. I'll see you next time. Bye.